found a place and I found a way to clean my ass. Thank you very much. Because it was a bit of a wet one I did. I need to wipe it clean, put some moisture on it, wipe it dry again, put my pants back on, wipe my hands, and it's with the procedure I've learned and then I don't hurt myself. Like the anus can become sore. There's an acid factor in any artifacts of eczema left in my ass. So I'll be wiping my ass with leaves and moss. Moss is really good. There's some deer come through here. And I have the deer to thank. This is a restricted area, so I just needed to do something. I was like, please. Let me wipe my ass, because otherwise I'll get another bit of deer crap. The deer like it here. It's something I need to do for my health. Like, I can't walk around all day with this. My ass hurting. It's going to be a terrible mess by the time I get home. So. And it just distracts you from what you're doing. Now I can heal. Like, if I can get to it within an hour or so, I'm good. Yeah. There's a guy down there. And there was a Parksville truck parked down there. I wonder how quickly it was before I came in there and people called me. You know, it's Creek. Look how big it is. It's got like a 15 to 20 foot diameter. Looks like someone's got a bag full of vegetables down there. Ooh. And it's been along here, I think, this river, about a mile further down. And I was standing at the edge of the property looking out at the scenery. And this person stopped on the highway behind me without saying hello or part of yelling at me. Female, right? Typical Karen, right? Rah, rah, rah. And I'm on the easement. She's like, what are you looking at my property? I'm looking at the view. Rah, 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 rah. Right? And the logical extent of this interaction is a call to the police. So, you don't want to do that. So they basically cornered, right? They've got first initiative. So women, you have power, and how you use it is going to determine how men see you, right? And how that man sees the rest of womankind. Just like the way men treat women affects how they're going to see the rest of men. And there are real problems we're facing as a gender, and any gender, from the economic oppression. So keep that in mind. So I'm coming back around in East Bay. So I've walked along, now I'm coming back along Pike Bay. And I'm going to access the news trails a little bit. For a little while, I'll probably go down to the stream down there and go sit and enjoy myself. And then I might just end up coming back the same way. Or I could walk back down this way. It was fun. It's fun. There's a trail. So I learned a new path. It's frightfully cold, Higgins. Yeah, and you wonder, like, how long before I came into those woods or showed myself as a humanoid and someone called the local parks. Yeah, despite any number of phone calls, won't remove tree fall, preventing lower class people from walking in some of the local trails. Right? Because a lot of these people have nothing better to do but to call people. But it was nice to go in there and take care of that, so now it doesn't hurt anymore. It's lovely. That's how you know it worked. Just clean the wound. Two good crap. All crapped out. So we'll take this path. We're in the new side now. It's pretty cool. On foot. Now, if only the Craig Bay Estates would allow a pedestrian footpath, but they'll never do that. I remember my mom was selling jam, beautiful jam, and it's amazing. And these two couple here, they basically work in the financial industry, right? Basically writing books and giving talks about how to be rich for a large amount of money. Just complete crapweasels, right? Complete crapweasels. And never someone can be a crapweasel, but they can have a lot of money. And that's the nature of the financial industry. Yeah, things, real things, who refit your stovepipe or your furnace or anything else, they can never make enough. But people who work in the more magical realms of the financial industry, there's always money to be made. Because lying is more than lying. Honest labor does not rule the world. Dishonest labor does. The people who get the most out of the court system are the best actors, either in real life or on TV. We'll go to the stream. We'll get there in about a half hour, 40 minutes. We'll have some food, contemplate our thoughts, watch the sun through the trees. I basically started going about 5:30, and it's about 10:30, so I'm going for about 5 hours, right? So, or 4.5 hours. So that could be half a day for me, or it could be almost a full day. So I've got drink. I still got a full joint in a bit. I'm getting lots of good exercise, lots of fresh air. Finding a new trail. This is actually quite nice. I would do this week. This is pretty good. The only trouble, though, of course, is that there's not a lot of places to crap. But today we'll do it. It would take about 15 minutes to drive to this point in my mother's car. So it's not a race. Chicka baby, boom, chicka baby, boom, chicka baby, boom, chicka baby. Well, I passed different classes of people today. Some of the wealthy and some of the poor people. I smell the pheromones. She's jogging to be pretty. She's jogging to be thin. She's jogging till she cannot keep her little protein in. La 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 la. All people have problems. You know, the logical extent of being a middle class female is being a life coach. And they have some of the biggest problems at all. Okay, get across here. Okay, we're in. It's an old man walking in the other direction. We're in. Okay. We're gonna get to the stream in about 15-20 minutes. And it's kind of, in a sense, the end of our journey today, the furthest point. We'll see where we go from there. Where we go, and nobody knows where we go from there. Okay. Wish my mom well. I can help her. At least she listened to me today. She was in such bad mood yesterday. After talking to my sister, she just poops into our bloodstream through the phone. She was just literally crapping, you know. Narcissists like you crap in your blood. They use your blood as a sewer system. I agree with sewer system. You know what the sewer system is? Of blood. Right? A lot of people who are bloated on the economic system will use other people's bloodstreams to crap in. Because they've all got shit inside of them. There's are cracking in your veins. Sociopaths will crack in your veins. I have no taste for blood poisoning. Okay. Exciting. It's beautiful. Oh, this is my home territory right here. What a day I've had. Whew. It's been a good one. My ass is feeling relatively okay. I messed it up a little bit, but I'll feel that when I get into the bathroom. It just sort of burns for about half a second. Okay. But I didn't leave it too long. I just left it someplace in the woods. I had to deal with it. And I came out, and thankfully I didn't see a police car. Constable park and wreck truck parked out there. I wonder how long it took them all, and how long it took them to respond. How anxious they are to respond to such people, and yet other calls will never avail you. You just get one of the highest tax brackets in the area. It's incredible, hey? The inhumanity of it all. Just wiping my ass, sir. You know, in the woods, you know, yeah, it's a sensitive ecosystem, but I'm part of it, you know what I mean? I'm also sensitive. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello, hello. Ooh, I can say I met a bear today. Nice. Yeah. So that was the people from the car or the truck, so that's fun. Nice. You know, I was down here one day sitting on a log, and a white woman of a certain age took a picture of me. She tried to be, what's the word, inconspicuous about it, or surreptitious. She was just taking a wide angle that just happened to include me. So and of course, it's sociopath, or predator, or stalker. As long as it's for, you know, a good reason, it's okay. She'd tap her daughter's phone if she thought it had a good reason, right? It's always the reason. Say, well, if it had a good reason, I might say, okay. If there was a local serial killer who looked just like me, you might want to take a picture. I get it, right? But they just do it because they don't like something about you. And white women hate to be nervous. Right? I get to be nervous all the time, motherfucker. You don't get to report you. And so I think, oh, a woman just took a picture of me. Oh, right? But if I did take a picture of her, right, you can bet I'd be in handcuffs within 15 minutes. Right? It's different. It's totally different. Right? It's different for white women than it is for white men. Totally different. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't help them. It's never going to give them satisfaction. That's why they do it. They're like Wile E. Coyote. Epitomes of human want. Right? Never satisfied. The whole monetary system is to make sure you're never satisfied as a woman or a man. Right? They've set it up. They've cultured you to never be satisfied, to never have rest, to never have peace until you're dead. You can never pay enough, never earn enough love, never get your mommy and daddy back. Nothing. And the more you do from the goal, and you take as many fuckers with you as you can. It's a complete pall over the Son of Man. And you get these black-eyed stares from them because the sun in them is gone. Or they're too bright because the sun in them is gone. They're like an eclipse. You look in their eyes, it's sparkling, right? Sparkling with lack of satisfaction, sparkling with demonic compulsions. Don't ever ask me again. Most white women I meet, only want to get to know me through my dick, right? In caucus veritas, right? Until they get their meat, until they get your meat in their maw, they'll never know you, and they won't know you even then. It's in the maw. Feed the cunt. Feed the cunt. Feed the bank. Feed the cunt. Feed the bank. And they project wells of mead into their children, so they may be filled by the cock of the state and the economic system. Here, give them this, give them this. They're empty, they have no reason, they need something to do. Give them this, give them this. Love them to death, love them to all the debt of the world. And then tell them their very son and their very father is on death row, because they're all bigger and bigger like a mom's belly, and then kill everything on the earth. It's Earth. Stay tuned. The ultimate rumble. Disgusting what comes out of these white men. They're economic slaves, economic demons. Always reading soulful books. Chicken soup for the soul. Right? They have nothing. They have nothing going on between the ears. Nothing at all. I met a young engineer. I've met actually predatory engineers. I mean, it's very common. Right? They're creepy. Because engineering, wonderful craft, right? Trade. Also a cult, as it happens. Hey! Yay for that. Right? It's a cult. All the sort of guilds of engineering are cults. Same thing, the guilds of law. Cults. They always want humans to organize in cults. Any two humans. A cult to me is a clinical name for more than one white person talking. Any two white women is a cult. Right? A given sociopath is a walking cult. They can always help you, relieve you of things, rob you. If you don't like it, you're not as advanced as they are. I never miss the people I've known. I never miss white people. Never. I put myself to sleep by counting all the white people I never have to see again, and how many miles and how many minutes separates us. That's what makes me sleep. If I wake up, I suck my thumb and think about how many white people I'll never have to see again. And every second that ticks by, I get farther away from this crutch, fucking people. God, they have nothing to add to your life. They're all thieves and robbers and liars. Okay? Fashionable sexual predators. Here we go. Made it to the stream. What did I say? Hey. Okay, the sun is just making it in, as you can see. We'll go sit under that tree over there by the looks of it. It's just making it over the ridge. Now we gotta get over this darn log here. Unit. Log, churn it, now I'm doing it. And I'm doing it now even. So how do people do that? Jesus. I think they haven't done made something better by now. Okay. This is the log. This. That's the log we're going to. Don't worry, we'll take a poo. That is the log we're going to. So we could sit right here. The sun's. It's only going to be here briefly though, so. We'll really want a lot. Let's go to the map because it's kind of out of the way. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, well, we made it. We made it somewhere we wanted to be. Don't you know that I like me? I made it somewhere I wanted to be. I made it somewhere I wanted to be. Don't you want to be with me? Yeah, I mean, if you don't like something and you talk about it, well, that's interesting. I left this, I left that pocket open. And, yeah. Well, it's not too cold. The area is starting to light up slowly. That's kind of cool. Want some coffee? And that's the food first. Feed the beast. It's good. Not bad, man. Get a good. Just think about how I want to get home. It's a bit of a hike, but we get down to the beach and we're pretty much there. And get down to the ocean. You know those female Playtex pad things? And they go, well, I know why they have wings now, because I tried that for my aunt, slid up behind my underwear. I was like, what is that? Feels like someone's got their hand in their pants. Your Tampax or your pad would go up your butt, essentially. You need something to hold it in place. There's a lot of gyrations going on down there. If you don't know me by you'll never know me. These several women lost their jobs trying to attack me while I was shopping. I never went back shopping there though. They got theirs. You imagine people who don't know how not to slander someone? And the one employee who lied the most and did the most damage, they kept her on for a while, but eventually I think she had to move on due to sheer embarrassment. Just a loathsome creature, an alcoholic, You can't imagine what kind of things happen to you and your girlfriend when you're drinking, when you decide to start stalking a man who shops in a food store. It's amazing. How low can you be? Yeah, so I was sitting over there. Woman comes by. You can tell she's a little weird, right? She assumes since she's walking by that I'm stalking her. Takes a picture and then leaves. Doesn't realize she's suspicious. She's acting suspicious. Oh. Okay. Some food. Good. Oh, man. Oof. What a day. I got options. I could head this way for 3 or 4 hours, or I could head from here. It would take me about 4 or 5 hours. Or I could head home. I'll go on here, go past Greg Bay, go past Serious Coffee, go down Resort Way, and then at that point you're at the log cabin. So it's a lot of, you don't really have any more nature to walk through, so it's just roads and crap. So if I walk back the other way, it takes longer, but I can go down Turin, and I know how to get back to the beach, and then I can just go straight down Turin, get on the beach, and head home. The tide's going out, so and that's it. So it'll take me, what is it going to take me? 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get back to the beach. And then another hour and a half to get back to the estuary. And then an hour to get through there, and another hour. And get home by, between 3 and 5 p.m. Oh. Yeah, it sticks with you, So you're just sitting there. They don't say hi to you. Imagine if there was a woman sitting right here by herself in a forest on public federal land, and I walk by, didn't hello, didn't make any gesture to acknowledge them, came up a little local hill and started pointing my camera around and then leaving. How would you feel as a female? Would you feel like that's justified? Not talking, not looking, not doing anything illegal. This is the kind of person that slinks around here. These are the kind of females, right? And they don't leave any doubt as to what kind of person they are. They think they're righteous. They think they're righteous. They think they're part of the righteous army of women in the world. They're the righteous ones. A righteous woman, right? Good luck finding a righteous woman. Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck finding a righteous anybody. My relatives are going, what are you doing? Well, anyone who's ever died and come back to life knows exactly what. I want to enjoy life, but I really cursed my sister last night with all my blood and all my heart. I barely slept last night. There was so much poison and parasitical energy in our house. I lit a little incense in the bath. I lit incense early in the day. My mom is piping in murderous, violent, awful, poisonous energy from my sister into the phone, into her ear, over her text. And I can tell things are going to get awful. I say, because I see you texting and calling her more. And she's literally just teaching her, littling her. Right? She's not my mom do anything. I said, Mom, in the last year or two, you've been listening to Lindsay's advice. You've lost a lot of money. Right? I would fire her if I were you. She does exactly what my dad used to do as sociopath. Isolates my mom from me, isolates my mom from the rest of her family, and then proceeds to try to control her. All following what she considers higher principles. Just think as a teacher of young girls what my sister really does. She has children isolated from their parents. Their parents have sent them there. They've done half the work the other way. And pays my sister to teach them how to behave, teach them how to learn, teach them how to be more confident, teach them. It doesn't matter what she teaches them. She has control of them. My mom said, oh, she started a school for young boys. Really? How's that working out? Well, she doesn't really like teaching young boys because she doesn't like them. Oh, so she gets her boyfriend to do it. Isn't that something? I predicted that, of course. You know, my sister doesn't like men. She would never get along with young boys. She's not well in the head. Okay, so we'll rest up. I'll save my last guru for when I get back down to the beach. Good. Let's take a pee.